I have 10 quotes by Tenzin Palmo, requested by Esther Polly. So, let me backtrack. I want to get all Ryan's. He says it's more bartering, less taxes for the government to use control over us. I'm in for that. All right.
For sure.
So, I have tonight, Vedagurudev, I have 10 quotes by Tenzin Palmo, and these were requested by Esther Polly. So, Tenzin Palmo is a British-born Tibetan Buddhist nun and teacher known for decades of meditation, practice, and advocacy for Buddhist nuns. She spent 12 years in solitary retreat in a Himalayan cave and later founded the Dongari Katsal Ling Nunnery in India to promote education and training for nuns. So I have 10 beautiful quotes by her. When you're ready, I can go through them for you.
Say her name again. Tenzin
Palmo.
Tenzin Palmo. 10 divine quotes from Tenzin Palmo, a Tibetan nun who was exiled to India, retreated and renunciate in a cave in the Himalayan mountains. Yes. I can relate. So 10 divine quotes from Tenzin Palmo. Let's go through all 10, and then let's break down each quote one by one. From Tenzin Palmo, the divine Tibetan nun.
Okay. Number 1, the answer lies within ourselves. We can't find peace and happiness there. It's not going to come from the outside. 2, distraction is the main problem. For all of us, what the Buddha called the monkey mind. We need to tame this monkey mind. 3, we need to be sincere in our practice, but at the same time, we can't take ourselves too seriously. 4, either we're aware and present or we're not. There is no halfway. 5, all of us are playing roles, and there's nothing wrong with playing roles because we have to live in this world. The problem is only when we believe in these roles. 6, we have to cultivate contentment with what we have. We really don't need much. When you know this, the mind settles down. Cultivate generosity, delight in giving, learn to live lightly. In this way, we can begin to transform what is negative into what is positive. This is how we start to grow up. 7, meditation is for you to realize that the deepest nature of your existence is beyond thoughts and emotions. That is incredibly vast and interconnected with all other beings. 8, if we greet situations with a positive attitude, we will eventually create positive returns. If we respond with a negative attitude, negative things will eventually come our way. 9, our thinking can create liberation or it can create imprisonment. It depends on how we use our mind. 10, the first thing is to learn how to quiet the mind, relax the mind, and bring the awareness to the front so we are conscious of what we're doing when we are doing it without all that commentary. So those are my 10 quotes by Tenzin Palmo.
10 divine quotes from Tenzin Palmo, the great enlightened Tibetan Buddhist nun. Found all the secrets in solitude in the Himalayan caves. I can relate wholeheartedly. So 10 divine quotes interpreted by Vedagurudev from Tenzin Palmo. Number 1.
Welcome to the Kriya Yoga Masterclass, the #1 yoga community on SKOOL. Inside you'll get unlimited access to live weekly Kriya Yoga classes, soul talks live from a Thailand beach, live Kriya Yoga satsangs, bi-monthly full moon and new moon holy fires, 500 plus on-demand videos, and you get it all for only $200. One-time payment, lifetime access. Go to Kriya Yoga Masterclass and join the Kriya Yoga Masterclass today. Go to kriyayogamasterclass.com. Inside the Kriya Yoga shop, you'll discover 108 Raksha beads and Vedgari Moksha's divine hand-painted artwork on t-shirts, notebooks, tumblers, and canvases for Kali, Samadhi, Shiva and Shakti, Babaji on the fire, Lord Ganesha, the 7 chakras, the Sri Yantra, Enlightened Vedagurudev, the Holy Yagna Fire, Shanmukhi Mudra. If this artwork represents your soul, visit kriyayogamasterclass.com.
Number 1, the answer lies within ourselves. If we can't find peace and happiness there, it's not going to come from the outside.
Yeah, so the ultimate goal of Kriya Yoga is self-realization. We have all the tools and everything we need inside us as us. So we don't need to look to external sources to get us to a plate that we're already at, right? If we're in Detroit, we don't take a bus to Detroit. All we do with these Kriyas is we unlock our inner potential. We realize our true inner potential. Yogananda's place is called SRF, Self-Realization Fellowship. We realize thyself. So we realize that we have everything we need, and when we realize that we don't need external sensory input to get us to where we need, then we start realizing our true inner self. We start realizing our true inner potential, and we start giving away our beliefs, giving away our power, because we have all the power, and we have all the control we need to do everything. It's inside us as us, right? Happiness is internal, not external. Happiness is inside, not outside. So when we realize we have all the tools, we don't need anything external to get us there. And they don't want you to come to that realization because they can't monetize that. If you have everything you need inside you as you're not going to buy any of their products. They're trying to sell you something they don't have. Buy this, it'll make you happy. Buy this pill, it'll make you happy. Buy this drug, it'll make you happy. Buy a Big Mac, it'll make you happy. Buy an iPhone 26, it'll make you happy. They're trying to sell you happiness that they don't have. But when you realize you have everything you need inside you as you, then you realize your true inner potential. You realize your inner self, and you don't need anything from the external Maya delusional world. You have everything you need inside you as you, and all you have to do is close your eyes and be alone with yourself and realize your true inner potential, that you have all the tools you need inside you as you. All you have to do is unlock them and realize them.
Beautiful. Number 2 quote by Tenzin Palmo: distraction is the main problem for all of us, what Buddha called the monkey mind. We need to tame this monkey mind.
Yeah, absolutely. The first technique you learn when you're initiated into Kriya Yoga is called Sudhi, which is like cleansing and purifying. We look at the monkey mind, detach, let go, detach, let go. I wonder what Donald Trump's going to eat for dinner. Detach, let go. I wonder who's going to win the NBA Finals. Detach, let go, detach, let go. Detach, let go. So you're taming your monkey mind, and you're mastering your mind in meditation in dhyana, and you're not asking for anybody to help you. You have all the tools inside you as you, and you master your own mind, and you overcome whatever has been presented to you on a daily basis. My guru used to say to me, he said, Vedagurudev, you're a master of distraction. I go, how do you mean, Baba? He said, your whole life you've been collecting all these distractions, all these identities, all these conditionings that don't serve you. Throw them all away and go back to zero. So you realize you have a bunch of trash that needs to be taken out to the curb, You have a lot of useless knowledge in your storage shed of your mind that you need to clean out. I don't need all this. Why do I need to know how many wooden teeth George Washington has? What am I going to do with that? Taking that trash out to the curb. So you stop being a hoarder of distraction, and you start clearing out your monkey mind. And Sudhi is a good practice to clear out your monkey mind. A thought comes into your mind. I wonder what Donald Trump's going to eat for dinner. Detach, let go. Let it pass. Don't try to attach to it. Don't try to make sense of it. Let it pass. Let all your thoughts pass like waves on the ocean, water under the bridge, clouds in the sky. Keep passing. Let it pass. Let it pass. Let it keep passing. And let all your thoughts pass. And yeah, don't let that monkey mind jump from tree to tree looking for bananas. Ooh, look over there. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Look over there. Look over there. Ooh, ooh. Jump, 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 jump from this palm tree to that palm tree. And, look over here. Look over here. Oh, my God. It's so distracted, right? But when you tame your monkey mind, you alone with yourself, and you become the king of your castle, the queen of your castle, and you control what you think. And you don't let the wild monkey run loose in your mind with a bunch of useless thoughts that don't serve you in the present moment. Tame your monkey mind. Calm that monkey mind. Stop him from jumping from tree to tree. Looking, look over here, look over there. Just let him relax. Calm down, monkey. Relax, monkey. Down. Let's meditate.
Number 3. We need to be sincere in our practice, but at the same time, we can't take ourselves too seriously. Yes.
Yeah. One of our good Babaji quotes is sincerity is the currency of a yogi or yogini, right? That's our currency. That's all we have, our sincerity. So we use it as our currency. We do our sadhana wholeheartedly and sincerely. And we don't take ourselves so serious, My guru always used to say that. Too serious, Vedagurudev. Relax. It should be enjoyable. It should be comfortable, Not so serious, not so struggling. Breathe into the asanas, If you struggle, you're missing the point. Pain blocks the flow of prana. So don't take yourself so serious. Enjoy yourself, And you have nothing to prove to anybody, Do what works best for you. I tell our students in our Kriya Yoga Masterclass, it's about comfort and relaxation, not about being a yogic superhero or proving anything. Most of the time when you do your sadhana, no one's around anyway. So who are you proving anything to? Do it. It should be enjoyable. It should be comfortable. Not so serious, not so stiff, not so rigid, and like enjoy yourself. Have a good time out here, Yoga should be a blissful spiritual experience, not like a painful, struggling, tense, You're missing the point, You should breathe into the stretch. You shouldn't struggle into the stretch. I needed to learn this the hard way, a full wheel pose. I'm like, breathe. Once I started breathing and spinal breathing, it started to become more enjoyable and comfortable, and I could hold the posture a lot longer. So, yeah, and it's about relaxation and comfort, not about pain and struggle. So don't be so serious, Be easy on yourself. Love yourself, Don't be so hard on yourself and strict on yourself. The world is hard enough without beating yourself up, Be your biggest cheerleader. Speak highly to yourself.
I love
Cheer yourself up, Not so serious, rigid, and stiff, It should be enjoyable. It should be a blissful experience, not a struggling, painful experience. Missing the point. Seeing the forest without seeing the trees.
Why so serious, Vedagurudev?
Why so serious? Yeah, you're right. Not so serious. Should be enjoyable.
Welcome to the Kriya Yoga Masterclass, the #1 yoga community on SKOOL. Inside, you'll get unlimited access to live weekly Kriya Yoga classes, soul talks live from a Thailand beach, live Kriya Yoga satsangs, bi-monthly full moon and new moon holy fires, 500 plus on-demand videos, and you get it all for only $200. One-time payment, lifetime access. Go to Kriya Yoga Masterclass and join the Kriya Yoga Masterclass today. Go to kriyayogamasterclass.com. Inside the Kriya Yoga shop, you'll discover 108 Raksha beads and Vedgari Moksha's divine hand-painted artwork on t-shirts, notebooks, tumblers, and canvases for Kali, Samadhi, Shiva and Shakti, Babaji on the fire, Lord Ganesha, the 7 chakras, the Sri Yantra, Enlightened Vedagurudev, the Holy Yagna Fire, Shanmukhi Mudra. If this artwork represents your soul, visit kriyayogashop.com.
Number 4. Either we're aware and present or we're not. There is no halfway.
Yeah, so when we're in a state of being or a state of existence, we're fully immersed, right? That's why when you get into these higher states of consciousness, samadhi, and these different states of satchinanda, self-realization, you're not aware of anything, right? Nothing exists. It's just being aware of what is aware, or being in an empty state, nirvikalpa, right? So, like, there isn't even any thoughts. Like, sometimes our students ask me, what are you thinking about in samadhi? Nothing. There is no beginning or no end. You know, it's, you're existing in a state of being that can't be described, where nothing matters. Like, there is no time, there is no weather, there is no food. You're beyond all that. So, yeah, I would maintain that state for as long as you can. What a blissful place, you know, where nothing matters.
Yeah.
Nothing has no meaning. Nothing matters. It's a divine state of emptiness, the breathless state of communion with God, alone with yourself, no beginning and no end, to the vastness of samadhi, the golden light body, Devya Diha.
Feels so light. Love it. Number 5. All of us are playing roles, and there's nothing wrong with playing roles because we're here to live in this world. The problem is only when we believe in those roles. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said before in a sad song, don't wear your monkey suit to bed, right? When you go to work, put on your monkey suit, hang it up in the closet when you finish work. A lot of people identify with their monkey suit. They're conditioned by their monkey suit. That is their whole identity. Without my monkey suit, I have nothing, right? What a bland, bleak existence that is, right? I don't identify with my monkey suit. It's just some costume I put on to go to work, you know?
Yeah.
Hello, welcome to Walmart. I'm not sleeping in my Walmart uniform, you know? Like, this doesn't define my soul. It's just a monkey suit I put on to go to work and play the part and play my role, and but I'm hanging it up in the closet when I'm finished. I'm not sleeping in my monkey suit. This doesn't define my soul. It's just a role I play out here in the Maya delusional world, but I'm not attached to it. The first day in Kriya Yoga, they have a practice is like, I am not my car. I am not my bank account. I am not my house. You start to realize that these identities and these conditionings, these monkey suits that we wear, we lie to ourselves that define our soul. We're none of that, you know? Our soul is higher than that, you know? If you could define your soul by a monkey suit, you need to do more inner work. I don't define my soul by any monkey suit. My soul is still immaculate, unaffected, regardless of what job I have. Jobs come and go. I turn the page, but my monkey suit is never my identity, you know? I change clothes. Most yogis will look at their own physical body like changing clothes, you know?
Yeah.
So a monkey suit they don't relate to at all, right? So don't become your monkey suit. My identity is that I'm a Walmart greeter when people come in. Without that, I have nothing. That is my full identity.
You're so
what a
much
bland,
more.
miserable life. You are so much more. Your soul has so much more inner potential. You're only tapped into 2% of it, yeah? So don't define your soul with your monkey suit. It has no meaning, you know? We change it like clothes, right? We hang it up in the closet when we're finished playing our role in the Maya delusional world. Don't sleep in your monkey suit.
Wise words. Number 6. We need to cultivate contentment with what we have. We really don't need much. When you know this, the mind settles down. Cultivate generosity, delight in giving, learn to live lightly. In this way, we can begin to transform what is negative into what is positive. This is how we start to grow up. Yeah.
Wise words. Those are words I live by. I said in the beginning of this live stream, I'm pretty content. I'm pretty satisfied in the present moment. All my needs are met. I have a roof over my head. I have food in my stomach. I'm able to pay my bills. I'm pretty satisfied and content. You know, I try to radiate and I try to glow that and vibrate that as much as possible. Like, pretty satisfied. Life is good. Look at these Thai palm trees. Look at that Thai ocean. What's better than that? I'm pretty satisfied and content, you know? So that's how I live my life. I live in gratitude. I live in gratefulness. I wake up with a smile on my face. Pretty satisfied. God is great every day and twice on Sunday.
Yeah.
So, you know, like these are the cards I'm dealt. I'm satisfied with these cards. Even if you deal me a pair of twos, I'm going to play with those pair of twos as best as I can. All right. I'm going to play with these cards like they're a bunch of aces, you know?
Yeah.
The water in my body's listening. What are you going to do, Vedagurudev? You got dealt a bad hand of twos. These are aces in my mind. We're playing to win, you know? Woohoo! Twos. I'm so satisfied and content with a pair of twos. So, whatever the Maya delusional world serves you up on a platter, play to win, you know?
Yeah.
Be satisfied and content always, you know? That's the way I wake up. I wake up with a big smile on my face, you know, enjoy the sun. In our Kriya Yoga Masterclass, we have a Science the Sun worship song. Sing that every day. Expose my body to the healing rays of the sun. And, thank God. It's a great day. The sun came out today. Everything else is a bonus, right? I'm enjoying life. Be satisfied and content and stay happy out there, my friends. The world is hard enough without beating yourself up and throwing yourself under the bus. There'll be many people that will try that on a daily basis. Don't do it to yourself. Be happy, satisfied, and content, and you'll be surprised. This Maya delusional world starts to melt like butter in the sun, you know? It's like, whatever, you know? I'm not attached to anything. I'm pretty satisfied and content over here. I'm enjoying my life. Everything is good.
Everything is
God is great. Twice on Sunday.
I'm going to put that in my pocket. I like that. Twice on Sunday. Okay, number 7. Meditation is for you to realize that the deepest nature of your existence is beyond thoughts and emotions. That it is incredibly vast and interconnected with all other beings. Yeah, wow.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, when we do our meditation practice, we do what's called Sudi before we do meditation. We don't want any distractions, any thoughts, any identities, any conditioning following us into our meditation practice. So we clean our house before we go into meditation. So when we do meditate, we have a dynamic and profound meditation. And when you reach that higher state of consciousness, you realize that you are one with everything. In Kriya Yoga, we exist in a state of omnipresence, in a state of oneness, in a state of wholeness. There is no separation. I am one with the universe, and the universe is one with me. I am the universe, and the universe is one with me. But it takes a little practice to get rid of that monkey mind and clean your house of all these distractions you've been hoarding and collecting on a daily basis, you know? So we clean our mind, and before we transition into the meditative state, the dhyana state, we're clear of all thoughts from the Maya delusional world. So we're cleaning our house. Anything else to clean? Nothing? Clear?
Nope.
Go into the profound state of dhyana, higher consciousness and meditation. Same with sleep. Clear out your house before you go to sleep. You don't want any of the thoughts or, you know, what Donald Trump's doing today following you into the sleeping state. Clear the house. The house is clean. Now I can transition blissfully into the sleeping state or the turiya state, you know, the sleepless sleep state of sleeping. And that's the way I like to transition in. Leaving all the thoughts at the door. No thanks. I took all the trash out to the curb. None of this serves me where I'm going. I'm going to my happy place in the sleeping state, and I'm going to my happy place in the meditation state. So, you know, clean your house. Make sure those pesky thoughts, those conditionings, these identities, these distractions don't follow you into the meditation state or the sleeping state. And you should be in a blissful state of existence. That's what I personally do myself.
Have the best sleep of your life. I love it.
Best sleep of your life. I agree.
Welcome to the Kriya Yoga Masterclass, the #1 yoga community on SKOOL. Inside, you'll get unlimited access to live weekly Kriya Yoga classes, soul talks live from a Thailand beach, live Kriya Yoga satsangs, bi-monthly full moon and new moon holy fires, 500 plus on-demand videos, and you get it all for only $200. One-time payment, lifetime access. Go to Kriya Yoga Masterclass and join the Kriya Yoga Masterclass today. Go to kriyayogamasterclass.com. Inside the Kriya Yoga shop, you'll discover 108 Raksha beads and Vedagurudev Moksha's divine hand-painted artwork on t-shirts, notebooks, tumblers, and canvases for Kali, Samadhi, Shiva and Shakti, Babaji on the fire, Lord Ganesha, the 7 chakras, the Sri Yantra, Enlightened Vedagurudev, the Holy Yagna Fire, Shanmukhi Mudra. If this artwork represents your soul, visit kriyayogashop.com.
Number 8, if we greet situations with a positive attitude, we will eventually create positive returns. If we respond with a negative attitude, negative things will eventually come our way. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I agree. Like I said before in the live stream, you feed rats, you have rats. You feed cats, you have cats.
Yes.
You water weeds, you'll have a bunch of weeds. You water flowers, you'll have a bunch of flowers. Yeah. So we always cultivate positivity and higher consciousness. You know, the water in our body is listening. So we always speak highly to the water in our body. We always are our biggest cheerleader. We always have self-love. No matter what the situation is, even if you're in the worst situation, the only thing you can control is how you react to it. So you should always react to it positively. And you'd be surprised. It'll help you navigate and change course and change direction and change the situation just by having a positive attitude, by having a smile on your face, by having the right mindset and the right outlook. In positivity, you will always water the flowers and you'll have flowers. Don't water the weeds. Pull those weeds out at the root. Throw them away. We don't need it. Life is hard enough without watering more weeds. So anytime you catch yourself thinking negatively, you know, cut those weeds off. Pull them out at the root. We don't need it, right? You know? Always cultivate positive thinking. It takes a little bit of practice, you know, because we've been so conditioned from birth, you know, judgment, identities, conditionings, you know. Even me, sometimes I got to stop myself. Wait a minute. I'm not that type of person no more, you know.
Yeah.
I've overcome that, you know. I've outgrown that, you know. I'm beyond that at this point. So it happens to the best of us, but now that you're aware of what it is, you water weeds, you'll have weeds. You water flowers, you'll have a bunch of flowers. You feed rats, you'll have rats. You feed cats, you'll have cats. I prefer to have cats. I prefer to have flowers, you know?
Yes.
World is hard enough without more weeds and more rats. We don't need that. We need less, not more. So
yeah.
Always have self-love for yourself. Always uplift yourself. Always be your biggest cheerleader. The water in your body is always listening, so always speak highly to the water in your body, you know? And the world is hard enough without throwing yourself under the bus, you know?
Yeah.
Uplift yourself, right? You know? Never talk badly to the water in your body. It's hard enough out here on these streets, you know?
Yeah. Be your best friend.
Be your best friend. Self-love for yourself always. Be your biggest cheerleader.
Well, the next quote goes with the same line of thinking. The next quote is, our thinking can create liberation or it can create imprisonment. It depends on how we use our mind.
Yeah, so Vedagurudev Moksha's name is moksha, liberation, freedom. We're always trying to liberate ourselves. That is a state we always want to be in. Moksha. You know, we're not trying to enslave ourselves, cage ourselves. Believe me, there's millions of people out there who are trying to do that for you. You don't need it. You want to be a free bird. You don't want to be in anybody's box. You don't want to be in anybody's cage. You want to be liberated and free, right? You don't want anybody's ghost story to become your ghost story. You don't want anybody's narrative to become your narrative. You want to be free. Use your own discernment. Use your own discrimination to make the best decisions for your life. And don't fit into anybody's box, you know? Be a free bird. Don't be in anybody's bird cage. Fly as close to the sun. Do whatever you want. Be free. Liberation. What a beautiful thing that is. To be in a state of moksha, in a state of freedom, in a state of liberation out here. Outstanding, you know? Like a breath of fresh air. Like God's grace on your face. Sunbathing in the grace of God. Liberation. That's what I aspire for on a daily basis. All day, every day. Liberation. You know? I don't want anybody's ghost story to become my ghost story. Anybody's narrative to become my narrative. Free bird out here walking. Have liberation, will travel.
Yeah.
You know? Traveling Liberation Temple.
I like the sound of
Freedom
that.
Temple, right? Freedom is 100% free. I'm as free as possible. You get freedom, you get freedom, you get freedom, you get freedom. Liberation of the whole world.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Don't be in anybody's cage. Don't be in anybody's box. Be as free as possible. Yeah. Do whatever you want. You know? Don't listen to anybody. Don't let anybody's ghost story become your ghost story. Write your own story. Do whatever you want.
Sounds good to me. Our last quote, number 10. The first thing is to learn how to quiet the mind, relax the mind, and bring the awareness to the front so that we are conscious of what we are doing when we are doing it without all the commentary. I can dig that. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I said before. Like, we take out the trash. All the distractions that we've been hoarding and collecting in our daily life, we wrap them in a nice plastic hefty bag and put them out on the curb, right? Goodbye. I don't need any of this when I'm going into a higher state of consciousness and to a sleeping state. You know, I don't want any of these distractions following me in. So we always clear the mind. You know, Sudi, detach, let go. Detach, let go. Detach, let go. Detach, let go. No matter what, right? A truck behind me revving up his engine, detach, let go. Never heard of you. Don't know you from a can of paint. You know? Who is my mantra? Who? Donald Trump, who? New York Knicks, who? Kim Kardashian, who? Who? I'm an owl out here. I don't know any of this. I don't want any of this following me into my meditative state. So I'm always cleaning my house. I'm always taking out the trash, wrapping it up in a nice plastic hefty bag, putting it out on the curb, you know? Because I don't want any of these distractions following me into a higher state of consciousness. So I'm always clearing my mind. I'm always purifying my mind. I'm always cleansing my mind as much as possible and not attaching to anything. Just letting the clouds pass in the sky, letting the waves float on the ocean, let the water flow under the bridge. No need, right? Not trying to attach to it, not trying to make sense of it. Let it pass. Keep passing. Keep passing, you know? Yeah. This shall pass too. Let it pass. So no matter how bad the situation you're in, it'll pass too. So let it keep passing. Don't try to make sense of it. Don't try to have an emotional reaction to anything. Let it pass.
Let it pass.
And calm your mind, still your mind, purify your mind. You should have a dynamic and profound meditation practice always.
Sounds good to me. Well, thank you, Vedagurudev, on your insights on Tenzin Palmo. Yeah, these were requested by Polyester, so these were great. There's a lot of wisdom in her quotes and a lot of key lessons. So, yeah, thank you for your insights, Vedagurudev. I gleaned a lot, so very appreciative of you. Thank you.
No problem, anytime. 10 divine quotes from Tenzin Palmo, the Tibetan Buddhist nun, sent in by a beloved member, Polyester, in Australia. very profound and insightful. And yeah, I like these quotes very much,
They're very
right?
good,
And I have a
yeah.
lot of love for the Tibetans. I met many lamas and Tibetan, I don't know what you would call a woman lama, right? Lamini?
I don't know. Maybe they
Tibetan
go by
yoginis, I'll say. I met some Tibetans that call themselves yogis. They're like, we're Tibetan yogis, so
Yeah.
maybe yogini. So, yeah, Tenzin Palmo, Tibetan divine quotes, very profound. A lot of love for the Tibetans. Jai
Yeah.
Tenzin Palmo.
If you would like to support, I invite you to go to kriyayogamasterclass.com, the #1 yoga community on SKOOL, where seekers from around the world learn the sacred science of Kriya Yoga, awakening peace, clarity, and higher consciousness. Visit kriyayogamasterclass.com and join the masterclass today. Go to kriyayogashop.com. Inside the Kriya Yoga Shop, you'll discover 108 Raksha beads and Vedgari Moksha's divine hand-painted artwork on t-shirts, notebooks, tumblers, and canvases. If this artwork resonates with your soul, visit kriyayogashop.com. Become a YouTube channel member here. Click the YouTube-related video here. Tap the subscribe, like, and hype buttons. Jai Babaji.